Okay, now they then gone into the
corral
corral.
with an Ashton Kutcher looking guy
I know.
with no shirt on.
Look, you guys. He was riding around. I'm like, where are we going with this?
What's up with the robe?
What's up? Look, I was just telling you this morning. I need a new robe, or I need one.
That sounds like an anniversary gift, everybody.
It does. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How's it going today?
And if you don't already know, my name's Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues.
Marvelheads. Welcome.
Welcome indeed. Listen, you guys, if you're new here to the show, as I just said, we are the Marvelous Donohues, and we are the best DisneyPlus review series show on the
internet. On the internet, the multiverse, the unmultiverse, and every place in between.
In the world, in our opinion, of course.
Of course, and it's the right opinion.
It's the right one. So if you're new here and you love Marvel the way we do, click that subscribe button, ring that bell so you'll be notified when we put up a new video, and join the Marvelhead family.
Right. The only thing we don't do, I will be honest, is we don't eat Marvel, because I'll tell you something. Listen, there's no Marvel cereal. $1 idea.
Yeah, Marvel cereal. That actually is a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
And if you see it invented, I want, my wife and I would like just graciously 10%.
And you heard it here first.
Of the gross revenue, because we invented it.
Marvel cereal. All right. But you guys, listen, we have been so enjoying Moonlight. Yeah.
Did you say Moonlight?
I did. I keep saying
Bruce
Moonlight.
Willis. Still love you, Bruce.
We still do.
Moonlighting is actually the technical term for the 1980s movie, TV show with he and Sybil Shepherd.
Sybil Shepherd, and I used to love that show. I was young. I was like, oh, will they get together? Won't they get together? I love it.
I was waiting for some Die Hard stuff in that show, but it just never happened. I don't know.
It never happened, because I think that was pre-Die Hard.
Oh,
so he wasn't kicking butt yet. But we're sending our love out to you again, Bruce. We totally love you. And I just wanted to get back to Moon Knight. Hey, if I look different,
episode
people,
3.
We're doing episode 3. I'm rocking my Harry Potter glasses today.
You look very professorial.
Thank you. I'm about to tell
Dr.
you.
Potter.
I'm about to tell you what's going on with this Moon Knight episode 3.
Oh my gosh, where's this thing going? This is crazy.
Oh, it's crazy good, people.
I know.
Crazy good.
I started to watch. We watched the episode the other day, and we're like, I thought about like Indiana Jones again. This is like,
yeah, dude.
And I thought this was like Race for the Tomb.
Race for the Tomb. I like that.
I was going to say In Search of the Tomb, but this was more of a race. It was Khonshu, and Layla, and Mark, and Steven, and a mystery man inside those guys.
I know.
And then Harrow.
And Harrow. He was tripping in this one real hard, people. Tom, I'll let you start off. Take it away. What's going on? Let's start. Wait. I know I said that. We are going to start at the beginning, and we're just going to hit just for the people that are new here, welcome everyone.
We try not to tell you the end of the story, but we try to put some things in the middle so that we'd like you to. And please, this is homework. You need to stop. If you haven't watched the last couple of our videos or the episodes, please go back and watch those.
And we are going to make this into one of those, oh gosh, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like a collection of videos, a playlist.
A montage.
He said montage. I said playlist. But it's going to be a playlist that we're going to put together after we watch the other two.
Would you like some montage with that caveat? Yes, I would. Thank you.
Montage.
I
love it, though. I love it. He be coming up with it. But we're going to start with the beginning. Okay, we're starting with...
Let's start from the beginning. Let's start when he, at the end of the last episode, we remember our hero, or heroes, if you want to say plural, Mark and Stephen. Where are they at? They woke up. They're in Egypt.
They're in Egypt, and they had lost the scarab. So they went to Egypt, and now I think, which we know, that they're trying to recover the scarab and beat, what's it, Herod? Harrow.
To the tomb of Ahmed.
Ahmed, okay.
And everybody, everybody's brother is heading to Egypt, okay? Layla, look, she's even doctoring up some paperwork, getting some fake paper from somebody. I don't know who that is. Some
I think it was her mom or something. I don't know.
Mom is a forger. It seems so apropos.
I know. And they were talking about her dad and stuff, and they're like,
and that was a mystery, too, because Dad was an archaeologist, like in Indiana Jones, but he was murdered.
I know, but my thing, too, was he a real archaeologist, or was he
just a treasure hunter?
Yeah, because
there's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference, because think about this. Layla seemed like she was really hip to what she needed to do. Went to this lady.
She was a little too. I'm just gonna say this. I think she was a little too hip.
Right. Well, she went to the lady. She had all the fake passports and the pictures, and she's sitting up there talking. And I'm like, okay. And the lady hinted around, but what would your dad think of you doing all this?
True.
And she was like, well, you guys tell me if that was the mom or not.
Yeah.
And but that was interesting at the beginning.
So we go through. We're all racing to the tomb, and Stephen, Mark are getting in fights as kind of usual.
Yes.
And I will say that I feel like the Marvel folks got it spot on with the choreography. I think they did a great job through this whole series that we've seen so far. But I think the choreography scenes with either Mark and or Stephen or whomever was great. It was great.
Yeah. In particular, you guys, we know Mark, we know Stephen, but when they was fighting a little bit in this one, Stephen and Mark was like, okay, what just happened?
Right. Because there's a mystery. Can I say being? Is there a mystery being inhabiting them?
Yeah, something's going on, because Mark said, hey, Stephen, you just killed all these guys. Stephen's like, wait a minute, it wasn't me. I didn't kill all these guys.
Stephen's killed anybody. Has Stephen really killed anybody? I think it's
not unless he killed by mistake. Yeah.
Mark shapeshifts, I guess, goes back into the dominant position.
Right. Yes.
And Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's killed anybody either.
Think so.
But in one instance that we just saw, they both were not inhabiting that body.
Right.
They couldn't figure out exactly what had happened.
Right.
So I think we're going to need to find out more about that.
Yeah.
Indeed. More about that.
Yeah. And so we keep on the journey, and Mark... we get a nugget of detail about the people, the avatars, I'll call them, the beings. So what's Mark doing? Listen, I'm going to get the jump on this Harrow guy, and I'm going to call a trial. I guess we'll call it a trial with these avatars.
Right. That was Kanju's idea.
Yeah. And so we get a sneak peek into the inner dwellings, if you will, that all these Egyptian gods have like earthling avatars.
Yes, which I thought was very interesting.
So too.
But you know what? When they were going through and they were talking about everything, it reminded me a lot of the Eternals. When they were like, one of the girls was like, oh, we promised we weren't going to meddle in earthly and human affairs.
That's a good point, because they did say that in this thing. They said we're not going to meddle anymore in the affairs of man, the affairs of the earth.
Yes.
Right.
And then one of them, and then Kanju accused them of being cowards and going to some other realm and leaving this one to fend for themselves. Yeah. So
what realm is that? I don't know.
Well, the earthly realm. Yeah. You know, the earth. Yeah. Because you know what? There's always some fight for earth. Like it's every villain in every movie wants earth, and there's always a guy that's trying to save it. And Kanju's trying to save it, but somehow, I don't know, I feel like he is trying to save it, but maybe not in the right way.
Save it for its own purpose, perhaps?
I don't know.
Because right now, what we know is that he's trying to defeat Ahmed. He's trying to make sure that Ahmed doesn't get resurrected.
Yes.
And so that's interesting. And I'm wondering if they were maybe involved back in the day or something. I don't know. Or just competing spirits or entities, gods and goddesses.
Yeah. And I also, when we were watching it, that the interaction during that trial, that they just brushed off what Khonshu was saying and was like, this man is sick. Carrot was saying that.
Oh, you mean about Mark?
Right. Yeah. And I felt like, you guys, y'all not even listening.
You're getting gaslighted. You're getting like, wait a minute, this guy's doing bad, and you're letting him off the hook.
It's easy to tell if he didn't kill all these people or not. I mean, they were just like, whatever, we're not listening to you. We're not, and they're like, well, let's hear from the Mark without Khonshu, because the avatars would the gods would take over the
indwell in their bodies and take over their personality. Yeah.
So it was like, well, let's just hear from Mark. And I was so surprised when Mark was like, yeah, I'm sick. And I was like, wow.
Or I think he said unwell. Or no, they asked him, he said, are you unwell? And he says, yes, I am. And this is the first nugget I thought of that, like, well, you know what? Mark's always been very, very assertive. And he's been very, very confident up until now. And we're starting to see like a little crack in the armor where it's like, you know what? Not only am I unwell, I'm now admitting to.
Right.
But also, I need help.
Yeah. And he was like, well, it doesn't matter. This guy's crazy. And they're like, we're not going to listen to you. This is over. He's fine. And I'm like, and then as he walks away, right? Now, you listen carefully, you can hear the glass, him walking on the glass in his shoes, because he is so crazy, that he puts glass in his shoes and he walks around on it every day as some sort of penance or something. It's weird. It's weird, you guys.
Yeah, and so we roll along here, and we see that the search continues, and what they need is interesting, because Mark does need help in the form of Stephen, because what does Stephen have that Mark doesn't have? Stephen has the expertise about like Egyptian mythology, if we want to call it that, archaeology and that sort of thing. So they start to, at the beginning of our video, they start to rush around, and they go to some dude. The Ashton Kutcher looking guy with a bathrobe.
Right.
And they're riding around, or he's riding around, and this person, I forgot his name, but his person is like, hey, listen, just happen to have the sarcophagus or a sarcophagus of something. We think it's Ahmed, but we're not sure.
Right. I don't know if it's a sarcophagus of Ahmed, but it's a sarcophagus that has some information that's going to lead them to Ahmed.
Right. Some heirloom that they're holding in a very special little holding area when you watch the video, or if you haven't watched the video.
You should watch it.
Please do.
Yeah. But anyway, they go there and they discover it, and Mark realizes that, okay, I can't do this alone. Even Layla, is her name's Layla? Layla was like, listen, let Stephen out, because you have no idea what you're doing. He can read this, he can do it. So he lets them out, and he's able to read it. But before then, Herod shows up.
Yeah.
And he does a little bit of magic, and he thinks he's destroyed what they needed by destroying the sarcophagus, but he actually didn't.
Right.
But during that time, I'll just say a little bit more, a fight breaks out.
Imagine that.
I think everywhere they go, some kind of fight ensues.
Havoc and destruction just falling all over the place.
Right. And Layla's a good fighter too. So they fight, they get the stuff that they need, and they're off, and like Tom say, running again.
Yeah, and this is interesting because I hate to throw like Star Trek analogies in, but it's kind of like the science fiction aspect of star dating.
Yes.
So, you always remember this whole Star Trek series and movies are like, what's the star date? Well, this is exactly the key to the, it's kind of like if the constellations, the things that they had as evidence or to mapping they're putting together was actually the lock.
Right.
The key had to be, like what was the star date? What was the date in which this constellation or these constellations.
Sorry. Am I
okay, baby?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. She's all right, everybody. And what is the star date? That's where we are at right now. They're putting together the star date. They're going to unlock the constellations and line everything up.
Right.
So, why? Because they want to get to the point where they were back in the day when Ahmed and Khonshu kind of ruled the earth, ruled the Egyptian lands.
Exactly.
So they could actually sync up everything.
Exactly. But we won't go too much more into that because we don't want to give you spoilers into the next video.
Oh, no spoilers. Never mind. Sorry. False spoiler alarm.
Well, we had spoilers earlier, but it's just small pieces, We're just giving out nuggets. But you guys, this is going to be a great series, and we are totally enjoying it, and we hope you are too. And we just wanted to let you know that we are going to keep going with this series. We're going to make it into a playlist.
Yes.
And there's only 6 in this series.
I believe it's 6.
We have numbered
3. We're at the halfway point.
Halfway point.
And to watch the other ones, if you will, watch our videos and watch the series.
That's right.
It's really, really good, and we thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Like, comment.
Yes.
Let us know how you like the series. It's a halfway point. Let us know what you think.
What are you thinking about it? We're loving it, and if you're not loving it, you tell us why.
And we'll call Marvel.
Yeah, we will. But that's all we have for now. My name is Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues, and we will see you next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.